For many, a little bit more broken with maybe a few more peaks of sunshine in some of our northeasternmost counties, with a little bit of rain off to our south starting to work its way further to the north. Today, it may see a few stray showers into the afternoon. Many, though, will be dry with a few peaks of sunshine. Better rain chances going up late this evening and overnight into tomorrow morning, with some more showers and an isolated thunderstorm possible as well, but nothing severe tonight or tomorrow. Temperatures right now, most are in the 70s, 68, a little bit cooler in Branson, 75 in West Plains, 77 in Mountain Grove and Lebanon right now. Heading into the next couple of hours, we'll continue to climb back into the low 80s for highs today, which is still around average for this time of year. Like I mentioned, a peak of sunshine or two trying to help us warm up a bit, and most around 80 to potentially even 82 degrees by 4 o'clock today. Now, best rain coverage can be Thursday into Friday, and the potential for maybe some flooding in spots. We'll talk more about those rainfall totals coming up soon. Towards Mountain View, where we have just a few isolated showers and some brief pockets of heavy rain popping up currently. But like I mentioned, really a lot of dry time for many into the afternoon and evening hours. Here's 4 o'clock, still maybe pretty isolated in far southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, and then here's the cloud cover starting to increase. Maybe a few showers north of Highway 60, but here's the kind of larger swath of rain that we're tracking that increases in coverage overnight tonight. Now, nothing severe expected today, tonight, or tomorrow, but a few thunderstorms could be possible. Waking up tomorrow morning, still some scattered rain, certainly cloudy, pockets of heavy rain at times. This is lunchtime Thursday. And we'll continue to see rain into the evening hours. But I do want to point out, this model at least, but even some other ones point out maybe the potential for some trailing showers and thunderstorms that could lead to maybe some localized flooding in spots heading into Thursday late afternoon and evening hours. So I don't want to rule that out by any means, especially with how much moisture we have. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But here's Friday morning, waking up still some scattered showers and then more rain possible at times Friday afternoon. Today, temperatures, though, not going to be too bad. I think many will sit around 80 to 82 degrees potentially in some spots. The more sunshine you see, the warmer you'll likely be this afternoon. By 9 o'clock, many in the mid 70s, and overnight lows tonight will stay very warm in the mid 60s for many waking up tomorrow morning. Now, temperatures, your highs will be in the mid to upper 70s for your Thursday and Friday, as well as Saturday, and then trying to creep back up into the 80s at the start of next week. We have daily rain chances through the weekend. Best rain coverage Thursday into Friday, and then more widely scattered again on Saturday and Sunday, before also maybe a small shower chance on Monday, but that's maybe closer to a 20% chance. So it is going to be a little bit smaller, with most staying dry, but daily rain chances hanging around. And like I mentioned, some pockets of heavy rain, because here's kind of our weather setup that we're tracking and our overall moisture. We have some nice steady flow of Gulf moisture moving in here over the next couple of days from today to tomorrow. Really tropical moisture over the southeast that could lead to some pretty significant flooding in some spots in Florida. But here's kind of the weather pattern that we're looking at. This is kind of what we call a blocking pattern. We have an area of low pressure in the northeast, area of low pressure back over towards the west coast, and around a low pressure, rotation is going to be clockwise. So this is actually really helping funnel all of this Gulf moisture here across the central U.S. over the next couple of days, and that's keeping our rain chances hanging around, and it's going to lead to maybe some pretty good rainfall totals for some of us here through the weekend. Stays around all the way through Saturday and Sunday. Our pattern starts to change up a bit Monday and Tuesday. So Friday, we have more scattered rain, pockets of heavy rain throughout the afternoon. Coverage could be a little bit greater than what this model here shows, but we'll continue to see coverage maybe a little bit less than what we have on Thursday. Then on Saturday, we'll wake up and it should be drier in the morning. I'd say by the late afternoon and evening hours, that's when rain chances will be a little bit better, mostly west of Highway 65. And then growing in coverage maybe a bit into the early overnight hours, with more widely scattered rain again on Sunday, and then maybe a small chance on Monday. But here's rainfall totals for today all the way through early Friday morning. I mentioned that trailing shower and thunderstorm area that is here across parts of southwestern Missouri, northwestern Arkansas, and that could lead to some totals maybe even greater than 2.5, almost 3 inches of rain in some spots. So like I mentioned, localized flooding, certainly humid this afternoon, many around 80 to 82 degrees, and we have daily rain chances all the way through about at least Sunday. Heading into the beginning of June though, from the 4th through the 10th, it does look like our weather pattern may start to actually begin to dry out a bit and weigh on into northern Arkansas. Most are dry though and will stay dry into the early afternoon. A few isolated showers popping up here in south central Missouri, but we actually have some peaks of sunshine in some of our northernmost counties north of Highway 60 currently. We'll see a few isolated showers into the afternoon and evening. However, many will stay dry for the day today, especially the further north you go. This is 5 p.m. and then overnight tonight, that's when rain chances really start to increase. This is midnight, widespread showers in Arkansas, expanding further off to the north into tomorrow morning, and our best rain coverage of the week will likely come for your Thursday. Temperatures right now are back in the mid to upper 70s in some spots, a little cooler in Branson, Harrison 73, but 79 in Camdenton right now already. And throughout the day today, we'll see, like I mentioned, some peaks of sunshine. Temperatures moving back into the 80s for many this afternoon. Still in the mid 70s at around 7 o'clock today, and highs for most around 80 to about 82 degrees. Maybe a few spots a little warmer in our northernmost counties. You can see a few more peaks of sunshine this afternoon. But temperature-wise, we're close to average still, and we'll stay that way through the weekend with daily rain chances that I'll talk about more coming up soon. Being completely dry, but we do have a bit of rain working its way on in back from the south right now, where we have some scattered showers over towards Mountain View, some brief pockets of heavy rain there as well, and then an isolated pop-up shower north of Alton in Oregon County. Not looking at any lightning with this right now, but there is an isolated thunderstorm chance today. Nothing severe expected though. And we'll see rain chances looking a little bit better today south of Highway 60, but they're still very isolated with many staying dry until we hit the late evening and overnight hours. That's when rain chances begin to go up, working their way on in from the south, and more widespread rain possible tonight into early tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, more rain on the way with some pockets of heavy rain possible. Here's a look at lunchtime. A few thunderstorms, still nothing severe, and then rain continues into the evening hours. And rain really kind of hangs around some of our western and southernmost counties for maybe a while. So we could see maybe some localized flooding in spots with this, and then continuing overnight into Friday morning, we'll wake up to more rain. So Thursday, Friday, our best rain coverage days. Today, though, temperature-wise, will warm up this afternoon into the low 80s with maybe a few more peaks of sunshine north of I-44 this afternoon. Mid-70s by around 9 o'clock, and lows tonight staying warmer as well, waking up in the mid-60s tomorrow morning. We'll be in the mid-upper 70s through the weekend, and at the start of next week, trying to jump back into the 80s. We have a daily rain chance, or at least Sunday for now, and coverage is going to be a little bit more widely scattered both Saturday and Sunday. So I want to talk about our weather setup. Overall moisture, we have a lot here across, especially the southeast into the Midwest, and here's why. We have this weather pattern taking shape that we kind of call this blocking pattern. Area of low pressure in the northeast, area of low pressure back over towards the west, and rotation around a low pressure is going to be counterclockwise. And so that really kind of helps funnel all of this Gulf moisture here across parts of the central U.S. and kind of keeps it there. Because of this pattern over the weekend and into the early parts of next week, it finally starts to break down. But all this red and yellow you see is really some nice rich tropical moisture here feeding on in that could lead to some pockets of heavy rain over the next couple of days and help boost maybe that potential for some localized flooding. So Friday, I mentioned the potential for a few more scattered showers. I think coverage could be a little bit more than what this model here shows, but scattered into the afternoon and evening hours. Won't be a complete washout of a day. Pockets of heavy rain, nothing severe still expected. And then on Saturday, I think we start the morning off dry. We'll stay pretty cloudy during the day with the best rain chance Saturday late afternoon and into the evening hours. And then another chance for some more widely scattered showers again on Sunday. So rainfall total wise, I do want to point out, though, that potential once again for Thursday into Friday early morning. Heavy rain could lead to some flooding, like I mentioned, here in southern Missouri into northern Arkansas, where some spots could potentially pick up about 3 inches or greater of rain if showers and thunderstorms could potentially kind of trail behind one another. So that is the potential. As always, we say it, turn around, don't drown. Just take an alternate route if you do run into a flooded road. Heading and tracking a decent amount of rain here across parts of the Midwest, central U.S., back over towards the East Coast. We have an area of low pressure over towards the West Coast as well, bringing them some rain and a little bit of snow back over towards the Sierra Nevadas. And we'll continue to track rain and the potential for maybe a few strong to severe storms towards the East Coast today. Virginia has a severe thunderstorm warning. West Virginia has some flash flood warnings there. But scattered rain continues across much of the southeast today. I'm tracking some storms moving over now back from Texas, moving through Houston over into the Gulf, and also a line of storms over into Louisiana today, and more rain across the Sunshine State. And I do want to mention the potential, like I said, for severe storms over towards the East Coast. Level 2 slight threat over in West Virginia and Virginia this afternoon. Now, we have a daily rain chance heading into basically every day through the weekend, starting to dry out maybe a little bit more Monday and Tuesday. But our rainfall potential over in the southeast is going to be pretty significant. They have super rich tropical moisture, and we're talking about some pretty extreme drought in the state of Florida that will finally see a bit of relief, but some spots certainly too much, with several areas potentially picking up more than 5 inches of rain over the next 7 days in the state. 91 in Omaha today, 81 here in Springfield, 94 in Bismarck this afternoon, 83 in Dallas, 66 in Denver this afternoon. With coverage starting to increase in some spots, we have seen some very isolated showers starting to pop up over in Camden County, over towards Pulaski, Phelps County right now, with just a little bit of some light rain, a few sprinkles there, and then a little bit of rain over in Howell, Texas County, and back over into Oregon County as well. A little bit of heavy rain in northern Howell County there too. And then in northern Arkansas, that's where we have the best coverage right now. Still not widespread, but Mountain View, Marshall, over towards Jasper, starting to see some heavy rain. Benton County looking at some heavy rain. Currently not looking at any lightning with this. A little bit of lightning off to our south and east, though, into northeastern Arkansas. And throughout the day today, we have a decent amount of moisture to work with. And when you step outside, you'll notice it's pretty humid. We have dew points in the 60s to even low 70s in some spots. Over the next several days, we'll continue to see dew points on the higher side, feeling a bit muggy to maybe even steamy at times. All the way through the weekend, that's Sunday, and then by Monday and Tuesday, our pattern starts to change up a bit, and humidity will start to be a little bit lower by the middle of next week. Many, though, will enjoy some dry time. We'll be in the low 80s, but for the latest radar right there at your fingertips, be sure to download the KY3 weather app. There's also the potential for maybe a bit of flooding heading into Thursday into early Friday. So, of course, if there are any warnings issued for your area, showing a little bit of rain, some pockets of heavy rain possible for a few of you, mostly in far southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, some scattered showers, and also a little wave clipping our northernmost counties right now. Most of those on the lighter side. The next couple of hours, we'll see just a few isolated rain showers, and then our better rain chance actually comes after dark into early tomorrow morning. By midnight, we'll see rain coverage increasing in northern Arkansas, continuing into sunrise tomorrow morning for your morning commute. Could be a little wet for many. Nothing severe, though, expected tonight or tomorrow morning. Temperature-wise, right now, we're in the upper 70s to low 80s. It's been kind of a pretty pleasant, just a bit humid day for us. We've seen the isolated showers here and there, and evening temperatures back in the upper 70s by around 7 o'clock. Clouds continuing to increase a bit heading into the evening and overnight tonight. Lows will stay a bit warmer. We'll wake up to temperatures in the mid 60s, and then highs tomorrow afternoon jumping back into the mid to a few upper 70s. A little bit warmer in our northern and maybe some of our eastern counties, cooler southwest, as we have rain coverage a little bit better in this area tomorrow afternoon. And we'll continue to see temperatures pretty mild into the weekend with daily rain chances. That'll time out for you coming. Rain chances over the next couple of days. heading into the weekend. Temperatures not too bad though. I'll show you the timing hour by hour, and we'll talk about the rainfall totals you can expect coming up next. Into Howell, Oregon County, and into northern Arkansas. Just passed through around Harrison, Mountain Home currently. Nothing severe expected today, not really even looking at lightning within any of these showers, but a brief pocket of heavy rain possible. North of I-44, a few very hit or miss kind of isolated light showers as well. Brief pocket of moderate rain from Dallas into northeastern Dallas County there. No problems though this evening. We'll see clouds increasing though late, and rain chances going up with this larger swath moving in overnight tonight. This is 2 o'clock in the morning. Some scattered showers possible. Not looking at anything severe tonight or tomorrow. We'll wake up tomorrow morning to a little bit of light rain with clouds hanging around. Our best rain chance tomorrow will pick up into the afternoon and evening hours. That's when coverage really begins to increase, and we could see some of these showers become a little bit more intense. And by that, I mean some greater rainfall rates, especially here in far southwestern Missouri and parts of northern Arkansas as well. Some widespread rain, and we'll have to watch this closely because it does look like these showers could potentially kind of trail behind one another and could potentially lead to some flooding in spots tomorrow in the evening, overnight into early Friday morning. This is 6 a.m. We'll wake up to some more scattered showers Friday morning, and then coverage might try to decrease a bit into Friday afternoon, but we'll still hold on to that rain chance still for several of you, maybe becoming a little bit more widely scattered. Now temperatures this evening still on the warmer side, mid-70s by around 9 o'clock. Overnight lows tonight in the mid-60s, waking up tomorrow morning, and your highs tomorrow will be a little bit cooler thanks to the clouds and rain, mid to a few upper 70s. Warmest temperatures in kind of our northern and far eastern most counties. Now the next few days will be in the mid-70s to even some low 80s, with our pattern beginning to change up a bit at the start of next week. We have rain chances still Saturday and Sunday. Saturday more scattered. Sunday, this chance kind of continues to bounce up and down a bit, so maybe around 20 to 30% chance for an isolated to widely scattered shower Sunday. But I think out of both days, Sunday might potentially be one of the drier days for the weekend. But here's kind of our overall weather setup that we're tracking. We have a lot of moisture in place, all thanks to this kind of blocking weather pattern. Area of low pressure in the northeast, area of low pressure back over towards the west coast, and around a low pressure you have counterclockwise rotation. And so that's really helping usher this Gulf moisture into this path here across the central U.S., which does obviously include us here in the Ozarks, where we have some pretty decent rich moisture that could lead to some of those pockets of heavy rain that could lead to some localized flooding in spots. So that's what we're tracking over the next couple of days. It does look like that pattern might start to let up a bit at the start of next week. So as we head into Friday afternoon, like I said, we'll see a few more scattered showers possible in the afternoon and evening hours. Isolated thunderstorm, still not looking at anything severe. By Saturday morning, maybe a few showers. Timing still kind of going back and forth a bit in the afternoon and evening. Still a few more widely scattered. And then on Sunday, also looking at a few more scattered showers possible in the afternoon. Here's a look at the rainfall totals for now. We have a few very isolated showers back in some of our northernmost counties. We have just one pocket of maybe some heavy rain, and that's northwest of Richland right now, southeast of Camdenton. Another pocket of some moderate to heavy rain in southern Howell County, over in between South Fork and Koshkonong, heading up towards West Plains. No lightning with this, nothing severe expected, but expect a brief downpour. Moving up towards Omaha right now, just north of Bear Creek Springs. Looking at a bit of some heavy rain, but this is what we're tracking, kind of this larger swath starting to work its way a bit further off to the north. More heavy rain, maybe a thunderstorm or two, but nothing severe expected heading into the evening. I do want to talk about dew points right now. Dew points in the mid to upper 60s, some spots even seeing dew points in the 70s. That's pretty muggy, and so I'm sure you're feeling it outside today. And we are looking at muggy conditions hanging around through the weekend, and Into the start of next week, they could potentially try to drop maybe just a bit by the middle of next week as our pattern changes up. But as we inch closer to the start of summer, we are certainly feeling it with temperatures back in the 80s at times, and of course humidity starting to go up and up. Completely dry. Rain chances going up, I'd say, after dark, with clouds increasing, and really nice this evening in Bolivar. As you can see, several golfers out there enjoying the beautiful day there. Temperatures in the low 70s still at 1 a.m. Lows tonight will be a little bit warmer, likely in the mid to maybe even a few upper 60s in some spots tomorrow morning with some scattered rain. And then 70s into the start of the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, with daily rain chances. I'll time it out for you and talk about a flooding threat coming up on KY3 News at 5. In Bolivar, a lot of sunshine right now. Highs today have been back in the low 80s for many. 83 here in Springfield, West Plains, 80 in Harrison, 81 in Camdenton this afternoon. Right now, we are looking at just a few very isolated, mostly light showers, some in our northernmost counties, and then a few here in southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. But we're tracking this larger swath of rain back off to our south, moving on in as we head into the overnight hours tonight. By midnight, maybe some widespread rain in northern Arkansas, scattered into tomorrow morning, and for the afternoon as well, rain coverage does begin to go up. Temperatures right now are still in the low 80s, 83 in Springfield, 82 in West Plains, 80 in Harrison, 79 in Monette right now. The next couple of hours falling back into the low 70s still at midnight. We'll have a few more clouds rolling on in, obviously, with that rain chance, and lows in the mid 60s tonight. Tomorrow, temperatures not as hot as today, thanks to all the rain that we'll see, and we'll talk more about a flooding threat coming up soon.
Over Shepherd of the Hills there, and looks kind of cloudier than it did up to the north to me.
Maybe a bit.
Baseball games. Thanks for watching KY3 News at 5. Steve will see you back here in half an hour.